Dear students, this is question number 5. It's exercise 5b, book 4, 8th edition. A function f is defined by fx 8 minus 3x. Find the inverse of f inverse function of f inverse x. Hence, evaluate f inverse of 9, f inverse of minus 12, f inverse of 3 whole 1 upon 3, and f inverse of negative 3 upon 6. Okay, so first of all we have to find out the f inverse of x. What we have to find out? We have to find out f inverse of x, and first change the function into equation. And now we have to, let's suppose fx is equals to y. Now see, both fx are equal to y, so we are taking this y. In place of fx I am writing y. In place of fx I have used y, and now I am copying this equation because this is the main equation given in the question. Okay, so y is equals to 8 minus 3x. Now what we have to do, we have to make x as a subject. So you can see over here that here it is minus 3x. Whenever we have a subject, the subject must be positive. So in this question we have to shift minus 3x on that side. Okay, so minus 3x is now positive because subject can't be negative, is equals to now 8, and y is positive over here. If we shift to this side it would be negative. Now to make x only, not 3x as a subject, so we'll shift 3 on this side, so 3 would be divided. X is equals to 8 minus y upon 3. So this is the value of x. And now what we have to find out? F inverse of x. So to find out this, we have to use this information. Fx is equals to y. So if we shift, in place of x I am going to use y, and in place of y I will use x, so the function would be inverse. Now so you can see that the function is inverse. In place of x I have used y, and in place of y I have used x, and we already know the value of x, that is f inverse of y is equal to, what is the value of x? I have copied f inverse of y as it is, and the value of x is 8 minus y upon 3. Now use x in place of y, so we can get f inverse of x, that is 8 minus x upon 3. So this is the f inverse of x. We have find it out. Now we'll come to the next part. What is f inverse of 9? We have to find out f inverse of 9. So you can see, in place of x we are going to use 9. So 8 minus 9, because in place of x I am using 9 upon 3, and that is equals to minus 1 upon 3. Okay, the second part of the equation is f inverse of minus 12. Okay, minus 12. So in place of x I would write minus 12. I am writing 2 minus sign. Why? Because one is in the question and other is the value of x is also negative. So 8 plus 12 would be 8, and you see minus would be plus 12 upon 3, and that would be equal to 20 upon 3, or you can write 6 whole 2 upon 3. So this is the second part, value of second part, the value of first part. Okay, so part 3 is f inverse of 3 whole 1 upon 3. So again, in place of x I am writing the value of x and upon 3. Okay, so f inverse of 3 whole 1 upon 3 would be 8 minus 10 upon 3 upon 3. Okay, f inverse of 3 whole 1 upon 3 would be equal to, if we subtract, so we'll get 4 whole 2 upon 3 divided by 3. Now change it into improper fraction. So 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 4 is 12, 12 plus 2 is 14 upon 3 divided by 3. And now in place of 3 I'm writing, in place of divide I'm going to write multiply, so it would be 1 upon 3. In place of divide I have written multiply, so 3 would be reciprocal and it would be 1 upon 3, and 3 whole 1 upon 3 would be equal to 14 upon 9, or we can say 1 whole 5 upon 9. So this is the answer. You can divide and use the rule to change improper fraction into mixed number. Okay, now the last part is minus 3 upon 16. Okay, f inverse of minus 3 upon 16, and now we have to use, in place of x, the value of x is minus 3 upon 16, because there is a minus in the question as well and minus over here, so I have written 2 minus sign upon 3. Okay, now open the bracket, 8 plus 3 upon 16 upon 3, and you know that there is no number in the denominator, we'll use 1. Now cross multiply both of them, so we'll get 16 times 8 would be, you can also do mentally, 16 times 8 would be 128 plus 3 upon 16, because our denominator would be 16 divided by 3. This 3 I am using in this way, and now you can see that 128 plus 3 is 131 upon 16. In place of divide, write multiply. Reciprocal 3, it would be 1 upon 3. Now 131 upon 48, or you can write I think 2 whole 35 upon 48.